Jill says all the time that you're the guy that looks at the videotape and you break that all down. Is that a big part of your job?
Oh yeah, a lot of it. Try to watch 2 or 3 games, 2 or 3 of their most recent games, and try to see what we can do in terms of just getting the girls ready to face them.
If you had your druthers, would you rather be out live watching somebody, or can you see enough on tape?
You can see some things on tape, but nothing is as good as watching them in person. You get a little better feel of how quick and how big they are from being there in person.
That kind of goes to recruiting too, doesn't it? That you can see some video on a player, yet seeing him in person.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, it's just always a little better, a little more authentic when you can see him live. So yeah.
What are some of the other duties that you and Jill have kind of worked out that are your responsibility?
Well, I do a little work with the post players, do a little bit of the individual work. We both recruit. I really do the scouting report and stuff like that. But we work together on most everything, and you know, then obviously she has the final say, and which is really it's worked out really well for us.
What's your favorite part? What do you like to do?
Well, my favorite part is actually the games. You know, I really enjoy the games. I like to watch our kids play. Big fan of all of them. But you know, the preparation's part of it. But for me, the game's a big thing.
When you're on the bench for a game, does Jill give you some latitude for input or adjusting or whatever?
Well, sure. And you know, as an assistant, it's my job to kind of suggest some things. Obviously, like I said, she's got the final say, which is her responsibility. She's the head coach, but she's very good. We get along really well. We communicate well. I just, you know, throw some thoughts out there. If they hit, then we go with it.
Steve, you've been a head coach in basketball. You were for so long in high schools. What's the difference in the role between being a head coach and an assistant on the bench?
It's a big difference, really. I mean, I enjoyed the substituting and things like that. Obviously, when you're the head coach, you have the final say. But it's been a little different. But when working with Jill, I feel like she respects my opinion, and I feel like I have a lot of input. So it's really been comfortable for me.
She can have that look on the bench. You know what I'm talking about? She
do.
can get a little fiery.
A little.
What's your job then? When she gets fired up, do you calm her down, or you just let her roll?
No, I stay out of the way. No, she's a very competitive person. Obviously, you know that. You've seen her coach, and really, whenever she gets going, I try to get out of the way and let her do her thing.
How about coaching in high school? You're retired now from coaching in high school, but coach basketball, softball, but you're still coaching some softball. Want to talk about that a little bit?
I've been an assistant coach at Truman the last 3 years, and I really enjoy softball. It helps. We've had a really good team, but that's always a fun thing. But you know, basketball is my love, and I really enjoy being up here.
How in the world did you get involved with softball?
When I got the job at Truman, many years ago, it just so happened that the softball coach was leaving at the same time, and I'd coached softball in Concordia. Certainly not my expertise, but I kind of fell into that, and I did that.
Basketball coach at Truman, and then at Grain Valley for a long time. And what was the transition like going from Truman, which is one of the bigger schools in the city, to Grain Valley?
It was a little bit of a transition. More of a transition was going from coaching guys to girls. Of course, I wanted to do that because I got to coach my daughter, and I enjoyed my time at Grain Valley. But in the end, I mean, I think I was ready to move on, and this opened up, and it's been great for me.
Okay, let's talk about that part then. The difference between coaching men and women, girls and boys. What's that like? Is there a secret to that?
I don't know. If there's a secret, I don't know what it is, but no, it's just all about the kids and how they respond to coaching, and you know, everybody's different. Boy, girl, male, female, whatever. It just depends on the person and how they respect coaching and how hard they work, and it can be either way.
This is your third year at Jewell.
Mm-hmm.
Former Jewell player, and you were one of Coach Holly's inheritees, I think, when he first took over here.
Yeah.
What's the difference between him back in the day and now?
Well, I feel like I know him a little better now. You know, as a player coach, you don't have exactly the same relationship as you do as a colleague. You know, it's hard to pinpoint anything in particular. I know he's very competitive also, and William Jewell is really big for him, and he's done a terrific job over the course of his career, and he's a great guy. He's always been a very good friend of mine also, and I just like the way he cares about his players, and you know, that lasts for a lifetime.
He have anything to do with you coming back here?
Maybe, yeah. I think maybe he talked to Coach Kress a little bit about me and maybe my availability, and as it worked out, it's been really great for me.
What kind of player were you at Jewell?
I like to think I was smart, not very athletic and that kind of thing, but I like to shoot a lot and play as
Well, you're a
little
gunner.
defense as possible. Yeah, that probably be classified as that. But I love Jewell, both as a player and as a student. So this is great for me to be back.
I don't think this has changed, but when you walk down the hallway of Truman High School, you're still in the record books there for your play when you were in high school. I think especially the free throw shooting record is still there, correct?
That's correct. That'll be gone before long, I'm
Is that
sure.
right?
But no, I had a really fun time at Truman too. I played with some really good players, and we had a great senior year. Actually, I only played on the varsity 1 year, so it was a good experience for me too.
As a free throw shooter, do you like the new rule, the new hand check rule? It seems like it's putting people at the line a lot more.
Well, I don't know. As a free throw shooter, I know that our team, I think it benefits our team with our guards and their ability to get to the basket and make people guard you. So it's beneficial. And then we have a really good free throw shooting team, obviously. And
You'll take credit for that, right?
I will.
Okay.
And that's been good for us.
How about the 10-second rule? Not a lot has been made of that because in our games, it rarely comes into play, but there is a 10-second rule now at the half court. How do you like that rule?
Well, I like it. I think I would say the casual observer wouldn't even know that the women didn't have a 10-second rule in the past. And I never did really understand why they didn't have one. I think it's a good rule. I think, that's obviously what I've been used to as a high school coach, and I think it's a good rule.
Every coach wants their team to grow during the season. What are the areas that you would kind of like to see this team grow as we go through the season?
Well, I mean, individually, each kid wants to get a little bit better. We have some things we want them to work on, but as a team, I think, defensively, we've got to improve. Rebounding is always an issue for us with our size.
What kind of kids do you look for when it comes to basketball skills?
Well, we like athletic kids, hopefully girls that can run a little bit, like to play the inside-outside game. They can shoot the three, also play inside a little bit, preferably 5'10", 5'11", something like that. But we're open to other kids, and like I said, we have Chelsea Meeks, who's 5'4" and is a terrific player for us. So
Tell us the truth, though. She's not a real 5'4".
Probably not, but she likes to lie about that too. So we'll just let it go. But we just like competitive kids who are willing to work as a team and working on getting better every day.
Haley Jo Smith said she came here and she had never played in that upbeat kind of system before. She loves it. You think kids like playing in that system?
Well, I would hope so. I think I would in her shoes. But I mean, if there's a kid that can play in that system, it's certainly Haley. She's a great athlete. She can run and she can jump, as you've seen. But yeah, I think they would like it. I certainly would like it as a player.
How about kids and the way they fit into the team structure, the family structure, Jill likes to call it? Would you look for that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we can try to talk to the high school coach a little bit and try to get to know the kids before we get them in here. But, yeah, we try to talk to them every day about supporting their teammates, being their biggest fans, and our girls are really good about that.